times in the last 10 years, are on their way to the semis, and they're going to take some beating, and they kick it away with Ronan O'Neill kicking, and it's all over. The final whistle has sounded, and Mickey Hart's team has
going to that final whistle. To me, Kavanagh was the difference. I know that a lot of people will berate me for awarding him the man of the match because of that foul he committed in front of the goals, you know, midway through the second half. But I think overall the better team, Tyrone were the better team, deserved the victory.
They're an amazing county.
It says, Michael, 8 of Tyrone points. 3 came from defenders, 1 came from the sweeper, and 3 points came from Sean Kavanagh coming forward.
Joe, you look a bit pensive after that match.
Well, I mean, I want nothing to do with that, to be quite honest. You know, I think it's a disgrace.
Why?
I think it's absolutely disgraceful.
Why?
You know, and then, you know, Mickey Hart jumping up and down and cheering and smiling afterwards as if they've achieved something good. I'll tell you what they've achieved. They've achieved something absolutely rotten. And they're becoming a template for clubs and for counties all over the country now. Young teams going out, an under-16 match on Wednesday night. 2 sweepers methodically pulling down the opposing team as they're coming up the field. This is how you do it, you get the job done. This is the new language. The euphemism for cheating is closing the game out. What Sean Kavanagh did, I cannot believe that somebody awarded him the man of the match. That was a total and absolute disgrace. That's the antithesis, hold on, of what Gaelic games are about. You're supposed to be able to look your opponent in the face. What do we teach kids? Respect for yourself. Respect for your opponent. I take an under-12 team. If any of them did that, they wouldn't play for the team again. And yet, hold on, yet this is being touted around the country. And people are saying things like, well, it's within the rules, they're only up. It's not within the rules. You're not supposed to rugby tackle someone from behind. It was a total disgrace, and I'll tell you something else about it. I mean, nobody has stood up for Tyrone more during the 2000s than I have in this studio, when they were getting all sorts of abuse from you and from you. But I'll tell you this, I'll not be standing up for that. That's an absolute disgrace. And the casual way that it's done, last week they dragged down the young Meath fellow when he was through from it. Drag him down. That's how you do it. Wallace only got the goal because he escaped the rugby tackle. Today, Sean Kavanagh, who is a brilliant footballer, but I tell you what, you can forget about Sean Kavanagh as far as he's a man. What he did there tonight was a total and absolute obscenity. Hold on, let me finish the point. McManus gets the ball. He decides, I can break through here. I can score a goal. He shows a sense of adventure. He beats the first man. He's through. What happens? He's just dragged down to the ground. And I'll tell you what, the black card's only the start of an absolutely urgent process that's required. There is no, hold on, there is no sport. There is no sport.
I have to pick you up on
I'll
one
tell you something. There
aspect
is no sport, no other sport apart from Gaelic games where that is permitted. It's an absolute disgrace. I tell you, I want nothing to do with that.
I have to bring it back here to Sean Kavanagh. The Monaghan player was running through. Sean Kavanagh fouled him.
He rugby tackled him to the ground.
After he fouled him, Sean actually did that. He looked around and he said, basically, I couldn't do anything else. The guy was going to go through and score.
Let's forget about practice. I'll forget about all the values of sportsmanship. Let them play rugby league. Just let them play rugby league. Can we speak? And you boys were not in that league, Colin. Let's be fair about it. The game was played hard. But it wasn't played like that. That's treacherous.
Let us respond.
What Joel's saying is true, but like Syndicate football has always been present in the game. If any other county team were in the same position as Sean Kavanagh there in that position, every one of the other fellas would have shouted at him, take him down, don't let him get a goal. I don't know, Joe, you haven't lived in the real world. I know Tyrone have brought it to a different level, but there is no other team in the country, or no other team in the past who would have allowed Kieran McManus to solo through.
Nobody would ever
stick the ball in the net. It has certainly gone to a different level now.
I played against hard Tyrone teams, very, very, very hard Tyrone teams. With a lot of better men that are playing out there today. Played against them, and that was never done to me. Boys like Faye Devlin from Arbroath and that were hard men, but they played the bloody game fair, and you could sit and have a pint with them. How could anybody go and sit and have a pint with those boys after that? It's an absolute outrage, and it's totally the opposite of what sports should be.
You've made your point. Thank you. Pat.
I know I've been critical for many years of this style of football, because it's a system that's set up to stop the opposition from playing primarily. Now, while I was making that point for years, Joe has been advocating that this modern system, this is what football is all
There's a
about.
difference between the system and that behaviour there.
Now, what did we see there? Did I see a really cynical game of football? Did I see something that was really rotten today that I haven't seen all year? No, I didn't. I didn't see anything different. If I was managing a team, Michael, if I was managing a team and one of my defenders allowed a fella to run through unopposed and shoot a goal without being pulled down, you'd be absolutely banjaxing him. So the bottom line is, Michael,
football, lads.
cynicism.
We'll watch something else in future.
Cynicism.
Tell the
is
children to play tennis or something.
Well, I think-
every team is, Michael, every
outrageous.
team is cynical. Maybe some teams are more cynical than others, but the bottom line, every county, every club practices cynicism to some degree.
Right, lads, listen, we better move on and leave this match. Tyrone are into the All-Ireland semi-final. For what it's worth, Joe, I don't agree with you about Sean Cavanagh, but anyway.
Neither do I.
We're
Which
going
you
on to
mean,
the second of the
you
All-Ireland
you don't
football
agree with the evidence
semi-finals.
of your own
Who then
eyes?
will join Dublin or Cork? That's our next game, and it's coming up shortly.